Hello, welcome, Strange Antiquities. Um, Look, I was gonna play Graveyard Keeper, but then I realized that I think we're almost, yeah, we only have like 4 or 5 more days of the main game of Strange Antiquities, so I thought maybe we could finish. Why is it so loud? Yikes, I know why it was so loud. It's the game I was playing by myself. Anyway, hi Jupiter, I think we're almost I want to say we're almost done with this game. We think we finally located the wreck of the Orion out in the lake. Okay. Hi, Sarah. Good morning. Sadly, our funding has run out and we can't afford expensive diving equipment. But we put our heads together and wondered if there was another way. You're our last hope. Diving equipment, huh? Your guess is as good as mine, girl, because I don't know. I don't know. Hi, welcome back. Did I say that? Strange Antiquities. Did I say that? I don't know. Welcome back. um, Path of the Warrior, Poison Protection, Ring, Sacrament, Sleep. Underwater in Ascus. Okay. An Ascus allows the bearer to breathe underwater. The sensation is said to be most unusual since it requires one not to breathe at all. What? Those that use an Ascus for extended game. Extended periods sometimes forget to breathe once they are back on dry land and subsequently pass out. The core of the item is cold to the touch, but the ring, sometimes called the halo, stays warm. Elva stones can be used. Shut up! To relieve the discomfort caused by otherwise incurable ailments such as Braxis or burning blood. Elva stone. Okay, we have an Elva stone. Apparently. Okay. What is an Elva stone? Let's see. It has an ethereal quality to it. Nothing to remark. Cool and smooth. Cool and smooth. Roughed and pitted. Silver. 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 Okay. A ring. A ring. Iron pearlescent glass. Cool and smooth, surprisingly warm. I think it's this, my dear. Sure is. The item has a ring. Closer inspect reveals the ring is warm, whereas the rest of the item is cold. Coolio. Okay, we move that over here. Eventually, I guess we'll just move them all the way down, no? We'll do that while we get... Hello, good morning, Rowena. How may I help you? I am close, but I need more power. Sure, darling. I need a St. Cedric's Thunder, and quickly while this storm's raging. Sure. St. Cedric's Thunder is used to store the power of a single thunder clap. Alchemists have been trying to harness this power for centuries, and there are rumors that some have indeed successfully used it to transmute base metals into gold. Sure. They are placed at the top of mountains to charge them during storms. Gemstones can be used to prevent the charm from waning over time. Base metals into gold. Huh. Warm, cool, cool, warm. Warm. What are you? Silver, gold, and blue gemstone. Let's see. What does the dark blue gemstone give me? Not the amethyst. Kyanite either. No, I think it is kyanite then. Is it? Anchor between the body and mind. Yeah. And it's gold. Black orange, and pink. Black, orange, and pink. Oops. Fire and light, heat and life. Protection, enveloping, stone of fire and fury. I don't think it's that one. I'm not sure. Or maybe this one? What is you? Gold over stone. What? Is that engraving? It's a moon engraving. I don't know. I feel like it might be this one. What is that symbol going on right there? Let's try this one. And if not, okay. Let's think closely. Think closely? Think. Look. I don't know. Whatever. Okay, so it's not that. Not you. Let's see. What were the gold? Gold. Storm gemstones can be used to prevent the charge from waning over time. Gemstones. Maybe these then. No. Interesting. Cool and smooth, soft. Smell like rotten egg, and yet have nothing to remark, huh? Ooh. I don't know. Stone and gold, engraved detailing. Is that detailing any importance whatsoever? I can't say. Also, when do I get to open this? I don't know. Storms. Let's see. Let's try storms. Maybe there's another one underneath. What is that from? Resonant objects give off a faint odor that will be familiar. It is the scent of a storm, of ozone and power, the scent of magic. Vapors are inhaled deeply. They can unlock deep wells of anger and channel them into powerful. The rest of the power. The west wind. Anger. Anger. Oh, anger. Anger? Anger. 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 Strong sense of being watched. Nothing to remark. Nothing to remark. Nothing to remark. Nothing to remark. Interesting. Nothing to remark. Unpleasant sensation at the back of my skull. Maybe that one? Maybe. Can't hurt. No, absolutely not. Never took that one out, huh? And I can't. That's super cool. Anyway, okay. So, maybe I don't have it. Because I have all of these. And they're already... Yeah, let's see. Purses, no. I don't think that was it. Elements. Earth, no. Materials, planetary metals, mundane elements. Weather. Lightning. One of this. Okay. One of this. Say again? Okay, it's like a double-crossed T for some reason. The only one that I see that on is the weather right here. Oh, maybe it's that one. It could be. Well, there's no harm in trying. No. And it's definitely not this one, because those are not... It's heat and... Hold on. Heat... And wind? Heat and cold. Well... Okay. Well, now we know. Now we know. Maybe I don't have it. Bruh. Wow, that's so rude. Let's do that one. There we go. Let's do this. What? I can do both of them? Oh, because it was just 3 in total. That's why. I didn't know that. I learned something new. Alright, Rowena. To prevent a charge waning. Stone of Containment? An amethyst? Maybe? An amethyst, huh? Really? I don't know about that. Let's try it. Why? Tell me. Thunder. Oh, I didn't even check the class. Even? Wow. Well, you know what? We learn. Hello, Francesca, dear. I've been trying to get a hold of an Ambra, please. Before she vanished, Verona said it might have something to do with my patients. I forgot Verona was missing. It had almost slipped my mind, but then I remembered that there's one right here in Strange Antiquities. How would you know that? Wait. Eli told me himself he keeps it locked behind the ethereal key. Wonderful! Wonderful! You mean this? That? You mean that? Cool. Ah! Right. Shut up. Shut up. Okay. Okay. Okay, this one. Question. What am I looking at? Okay. Tiny little, you know, tiny little place. This is important. Okay. Tiny little place, huh? Okay, I think the second place is here. Okay. Which means... Shut up! Which means the third place has to be... Where? Where? Like, I feel like it has to be maybe here? Here, here, and here. Here, here, and here. It's not it, but convent is an imposing building that appears to be designed for secrecy. The few windows that looked out onto the street are small and, for the most part, covered in sturdy iron shutters. The sole entrance is a large iron gate bearing the sigil of the League at the Amphibian heart. A twin hidden snake. The gate is locked. Okay, well, that was interesting. What did I click on? Right here. Okay. Maybe that is not it. Up again we go. Okay, here. The twinnings. And then we have a little place on its own. Shut up! My God. And it has to be down because there's no other place that looks like that to go up. So it has to be this little place right here. This has to be this right here. Correct? That looks like it, right, to you? Because it looks like it to me. Am I wrong? Hold on. Hold on. We're thinking. Put our thinking caps on. There's a lot of places that look like... Oh, you know what they look like? They look like the keys from the last game. When you have to, like, unlock your mind. Or unblock your mind again, I should say. Actually, this looks like the... Okay. This looks right. So... Where is the other one? Like a tiny little... Boop, boop, boop. You know what I mean? Stop. Stop. Maybe it just has to be closer together, right? Like maybe here, here, and here. But why would it be so close together? That's my question. Where am I looking? Jesus Christ. I'm like trying to think what else looks like like this part looks like it almost. Right here. What's in between all of these three? I don't know. Like in the middle. This really doesn't look like the middle though. Not gonna lie. I just yawned, I'm sorry. I don't know. Well, this seems like the most obvious to me. This little round here, but I don't know. Would it have to be like a numbered? I don't know. That's like my biggest contender. Well, rumor of assassins. I love to poke around, but I'd rather not run afoul of a sharpened blade. Okay. We didn't die. We didn't lose any. Do you know what I mean? So it's okay. Then I don't understand. What am I looking at here? Ow. Okay. So, this one, this one. Then it can't be these. Maybe this? I don't know. That doesn't really look like the old jail. I don't think we've ever gone there. Although... maybe? Maybe? But these aren't marked. Ooh, now I'm scared. Maybe if we... like, if you turn... I wish you could flip things around. It would be so much easier. Maybe. Well, what do you have to lose? It's a new day, right? Thank Christ it was correct. Oh no, I see eyeballs. Trigger warning, I guess. I'm not a big fan of eyeballs not being in eye sockets. If you don't like that either, what is it called? I don't know. There's a word for everything now. That was really mean. I mean, like, I'm figuring out there's a word for everything now. Not that it sounded more condescending than I meant it to. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna read now. When I draw back the curtain, I am unable to control my exclamation of horror. You see? Okay. Behind the dark red velvet is a silent squirming. Ew. Seething mass of eyes. Ew. All shiny and wet and alive. Ugh. Fear takes hold before my mind catches up and I understand what I am looking at. And when I do, I realize that it is looking right back at me. This is disgusting. The object I am looking for sits on a small shelf below the eyes. Watch. Below, and the eyes watch as I snatch it and get out of there as fast as I can. Can we talk about the freaking... why is that a thing? Oh. Okay, that didn't help at all, though. Something is supposed to go in there. What exactly? An item is supposed to go in there. Okay. What, though? Attempts to study them. Okay, this one doesn't have a check mark. By a dironic seal. I'm not quite sure. What do I use? And you can't turn them. You know what I mean? Like, you can't turn them. Ooh, what do I do? Charlotte is off her web again. Ugh. Ow. Just hit my nose with my mic. What the heck, man? Okay. No such thing as keys. I am stuck. Help. By looking that up in the item book. Oh, it's an actual key. An ethereal key. To be hidden from prying eyes. When activated by moving the object in a circular motion, the key is revealed by its gemstone of light. These are rare items and not generally known about the outside Thalmic. Gemstones of night power and the concealment. Of night power. The concealment charm. Onyx. Or moonstones. Okay. Sorry, my video just went off. What the hell? Hello? Okay. Either it's the onyx in circles. Moving around in circles. I don't know what that means. What do you mean? In circles. In circles. It's circular. Talk to me. Night power and concealment charm. Concealment. But these are already... That is a black gemstone. It is in hearing charm. Nothing to remark. Veiled Fen. What does the Fen do? No. Wait, by its gemstone of light? Of light. Fire and light, heat and life. Amber. Stone of sight. But there is no amber here. St. John's Anvil. Ares Remnant. Okay. Hold on. Oh. That's not it. Okay. Light. 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 Sunbond and Veiled Fen. These were the 3 that were involved. But interesting. Am I supposed to be doing anything with this? Going around in a circle does nothing. I'm wasting my time. What if I don't have it? What if I don't have it? What if I don't have it? Sounds are muffled in its presence. I have nothing to remark. Nothing whatsoever. Am I misreading that? Wisdom. I have none. Foresight. Elements light. Okay. Sure. What am I missing? Hello? No. Light. Wisdom. Light. Light and wisdom. Don't judge me, okay? We're trying to figure this out together. Together. Oh, we just tried that. Hold on. Don't be an idiot. Nope. Huh? What am I looking at? Whoa, what am I doing here? Talk to me. My gemstone book to see which gemstone the item description is talking about. I did that already. Gemstone of light. There's one gemstone that says light in it, which is an amber gemstone. There's no amber here except for this one. All of them are here. So it's either the bond, which it must be because it's the only one related to light. Night and concealment. So it's this one. Wait. Protection enveloping night. And concealment. Wait. This one? This one. But what do I do with it? What do I do with it? I don't know. And a circular motion to reveal the key. Reveal the key where? Oh! Dude. Breaking in. Open the lock section. Maybe I was just doing it too hard. An Ambra. Okay. These items cause mental fog of withering of intellect and thought. They are slow to work, requiring several hours to have any effect. Through prolonged use, they can cause the whites of the eyes to turn black and the subject to become deeply disoriented. They produce a noctic field. Down. Nope. That's not right. Okay. So it's one of you. Come on, come on, come on. Move up and out. Okay. Okay. Boop, boop, boop. The swirlies. Perfect. That's a contender. Doesn't have one. What the hell? It doesn't have one. Okay. Okay. Second contender. Doesn't have one. Interesting. That one does have one. The wrong one. And a third contender. Okay. White paint. White paint. Carved out of wood. Rough. I have nothing to remark. Nothing to remark. Okay. What are you? Bronze, gold, and wood. Smooth, raised detailing. Nothing to remark, and nothing to remark. And you... Limestone. Interesting. Engraved symbols. We will check that out in a second. Engraved symbols. What did it look like? Paralysis. Maybe this. No! It is not that. Interesting. Oh, what am I doing? Let me go this way. Not that either. There we go. Oh, the symbol maybe? Confusion across its face, mental fog. Didn't even realize it was a thing. Okay. Well, you're not gonna close? You. I know you from somewhere. No, you don't. I don't remember why, but this shop was important somehow. Oops. Sorry, Bonnie. I'm sorry. I know I'm not making much sense. I haven't been myself. I'll leave you be. I messed up her mind. Oops. Hello, Peter. They found some poor soul washed up on the lake shore, an old lady by the sounds of it. No! Drowned. No! That's not the worst of it. Her eyes were all black just like the others. I'm not taking any chances with the water around here. No! No! Don't tell me Verona dies in this. Small item known as Bones Card can be placed in any liquid to render it safe to drink. King Cedric the Meek was well known to be terrified of being poisoned, so always drank from the same goblet and always placed a Bones Guard inside. He was stabbed to death in 1203. Bear the mark of antidote. Don't tell me Verona dies. No. is not what I wanted. Poisoned. Okay. What is that? Which is not. No. Wrong. Wrong. Interesting. Oh. Drained of energy as I handle this object. Nothing to remark. That kind of looks like this right here, huh? What are you? No. What did you just do? Bones guard. It goes in place or something. I don't know. What are you? Are you a thing? I don't think so. That is upside down, though. Not at all what I thought. Strength, maybe? Strength, maybe? Nope. Dead. Now that I know I can do that with the small ones. Bruh. So rude to me. Nothing? Wow. Nada. Super cool. Since when are snakes stars? I'm confusion. A bones guard. We've died twice in this episode. Hi, baby. Water on here. Bones guard. Okay. It goes in? Not really sure about that, man. I don't know. I wouldn't trust it. Won't trust it. Weakness. Water. There's water. That's not upside down, though. And that right there is strength. Water's upside down. Upside down. Ooh. Jesus. I gotta tell you. I don't know. I don't know what that symbol is either. I feel like I keep opening this book and I keep learning paralysis. This is paralysis. I gotta tell you, dude, I don't know. I don't know. Oh! What was that? Staring at the symbol makes my head swim. It's two little triangles. Interesting. Oh, hypnosis. Very good. We are okay. We're okay. We don't need that right now. Okay, let's read again what that says. It's a small item, can be placed in any liquid to render it safe to drink. Bears the mark of the antidote. Here's the mark of the antidote. Tell you. So this is paralysis. This is hypnosis. This is... I just read it. Where was it? It was like weakness. Okay. These we don't know. Then these are all the elements. Oh, no, not that one. These are all like the elements. Weather. Correct? It's all weather. Yes, it's all the weather. Okay. And then, I don't think this is... Oh, maybe it is. What is that symbol? Thunder? It looks like thunder, but it also just looks like... Well, and it is a water, right? Yeah, it is water. So this has to be associated in some way, shape, or form. What is that? What is this right here? This is... Is this poison? Just the other way around? It is... yeah. I'm afraid I can't pay you, but I'll offer you a trade. You'll accept it. I will. Ooh, I don't like the amount of hand things I get. Is this real? It's stone. I still don't like that. Yikes. Okay, let's end the day. Too much thinking. The rider was lucky he made it to Black Barrow and found refuge there and was nursed back to health. He would later discover his left eye was permanently blackened, like his partner's eyes had been. Is that our dear friend? I need a mouse pad for this, seriously. My desk is no longer doing it for me. To my left, the day. To my right, the night. Ooh. Kind of like that. Kind of like that. Should we try? Oh my god, I got scared by Jupiter's tail. It's nice and beautiful outside. Look at that. Should we try? I don't know. Sorry, I was looking for something to put underneath my mouse, but I don't have anything. Let me see. Will this work? No, that made it worse. Never mind. I need to buy a mouse pad. Sorry, I got distracted. Yikes. To my left, the day. To my right, the night. Just when we were figuring out the symbols. I thought this one would be easy. If I spend more than 2 minutes on it, I will leave. I will leave. I don't know if, well, would it be? I don't know. I want to know what this is. I'm gonna click. As I descend further into the catacombs, a strange sensation comes over me. It is not fear, although fear is mixed in with it. With cold clarity, I know at once what it is. I have entered an area known as the Depths, a place where few have been and fewer have returned from. Not even Palians can clear the air here and render it safe to breathe, but there is a way. Slate miners inhale the vapors produced by a spirit called Wandering Shroud. They say it invigorates their senses and stays the mind. Rot that would otherwise consume them. It would be dangerous to continue exploring down here without following their lead. Do I? What was it? Wandering Shroud. Shield Charm or Spirit Vault. Let's see. Let's try Spirit Vault. No. Let's see. Oh, yes! Oh my gosh. I try to breathe. It said, foul, something gross smell. Or bad smell. I don't know what it was. I'll show it to you right now. Sorry, I was reading by myself. I try to breathe in the vapors from the Wandering Shroud, but to my horror, I realize that the spirit's vault is empty. My vision starts to blur as the cloying air of the depths fill my lungs, and I stagger away in a daze. When at last I reach the surface, I take deep breaths of the fresh air, but my lungs ache for some time after. I need to be more careful. I have written to Barton Potter. He will know where to find Wandering Shroud. Find a Wandering Shroud. Look, it says it has a smell like rotten egg. And then in the book, it said a spirit vault, also known as a foetid chamber. Foetid? Is the receptacle used to store a wandering shroud. The interior is lined with a paste made from sulfur, hence the nickname. Sulfur smells like rotten egg. They are not considered dangerous since shrouds tend to be benign, but on occasion they do not take kindly to being restrained. A faint vibration of the receptacle can be felt within the when a shroud is held within. So it's empty. That was fun. I'm glad I clicked it. Why am I looking here? I don't think it's in here. But I don't think it's in here either. It's not a cardinal direction issue, I think. I think it's literally... It has to be here then. Or it is a cardinal track. It is a, you know, east to west. Or west to... You know what I mean. You know what I mean. But... Why though? But why though? Where... I did say 2 minutes, and I lied. I need to figure it out now. No, I think it has to be the catacombs. Because why else would they give me this beautiful map and then not use it all? I don't know. To the left, or to my left. To my left, the day. To my right, the night. To my left, the day. And to my right, the night. Oh my god, I love these games. Both of the Antiquity games. My god. I find the row of 3 tombs in the upper levels of the catacombs. The cool darkness is strangely calming at times down here, and I sit for a while in quiet contemplation. When I rouse from my thoughts, I look down at my feet and find an item there. Had it been there all along? I never noticed it when I sat down. What a pretty little... I love the art, too. It's a very beautiful game. Oh! Lovely. And what could you possibly be? It is a deception. Very good. Well, we'll leave that there. We'll leave that there. Thank you so much for joining me and for keeping me company, everyone. Oh my god, it's an almost hour. It's an almost hour? It's almost an hour long, this episode. Anyway, thanks so much for joining me and for keeping me company. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed it as well. I'll see you in the next one. I hope you have a great rest of your morning, day, and or night. Goodbye.